I'm just fascinated by how I don't know you men are the same way, but when you have had an argument, a disagreement, and your wife can just sleep soundly over there, and you over there laying over there like, man.
Welcome to today's episode of Marriage Matters with PB&J. I'm Latalia Posey.
I'm Jeffrey Posey.
And we are excited to be here with our co-host today. We're the P's in PB&J. Meet the B's.
I'm MeKael Black.
And I'm Dorian Black.
And the J's.
I'm Angela Johnson.
And I'm rabrjohnson.
Okay, y'all, we're gathered together again to talk a bit. Today, we want to talk about how to fight with your spouse and win every single time. Now, we talked before about how, we're all a little competitive. We all like to win.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like to win. When I'm fighting with you, I like to win. But it's a little bit different. Someone told me, and I don't remember who it was or when they said it, but they said you only have one enemy, and you have to remember that it's not your husband. I was like, you know what? That is so true. Like, he may feel like the enemy at times. Sometimes I may feel like the enemy is using him when he's probably using me at times, but he is the enemy. So from that, I, started thinking about it and praying about it. I was like, you know what? If Jeff and I double team, if we get together, you know what the Bible says about one putting, what? Yeah.
10,000.
There you go. Thank you. Then we know we have power. We know there's power in unity. We know there's power on the same accord. So when we come together, we can win every single time.
Yeah.
So the perspective changed. I'm not fighting against him to win. I'm not trying to prove myself. I'm fighting with him to defeat the enemy.
Right.
Yeah.
So when I was thinking about it this morning, I thought about my childhood, y'all. I grew up going to a summer feeding program, and we played kickball.
Okay.
So much fun, except I was not good at kickball. Because for whatever reason, I just couldn't kick the ball far. I could run now.
Yeah.
I could get on base, but I just couldn't get the ball. I couldn't get it past like the pitcher's mound, or every now and then it would go. You look like you picturing this. Like
I
you trying
am.
to say. Okay, I was a little
Trying to
chubby.
hit my baby get on first base.
I was out, I still had a little weight on me in places that didn't allow me to run fast. I'll just say that. And so it was hard for me to get there. So I couldn't kick it hard, and then it was hard for me to run fast, so I would get out. So I thought about, because of that, when they picked teams, I was not the first person they picked. Like, they would kind of look at me.
Yeah.
Even my own cousins.
Oh, that's slow down.
Shame on them. Let's look them up right now.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all know who you are. But I would be standing there like,
They didn't pick my baby.
just waiting, and a lot of times because they wanted the best people on their team to win, But then when I got it, I got on, I got better, I got picked. But anyway, I started sometimes, and I would be the team captain, because that's how you get on the team you want to be on.
Right.
So I'd be like, I'll be the team captain, and then everybody be looking down because they didn't want me to pick them. But anyway, that's a different story. But my point is, I wouldn't have, when I was team captain, I wouldn't have chosen anybody who I didn't think could help me win. And I definitely wouldn't have, hurt my teammates. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, the best kicker on the team, I wouldn't have gone and kicked her in the shins because I needed her to help me win. The same thing with Jeff.
Yeah.
I need him to help me win. So I have to remember that we're in this race together. We're fighting against the enemy. There is no sense in me going in and gouging out his eyes, while we're fighting, or figuratively speaking.
Yes.
Right.
Or, or kicking him when he's down.
I'm not being abused. I'm not being abused.
But y'all know what I mean.
Yeah.
There's no sense in me going in and kicking him and hurting him, because I need him. He's
That's
my
true.
teammate, and he's on my team.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you guys, and it hasn't always been that way. It took a minute, for me to personally learn how to fight. I guess I ask you, do you feel like it took a minute for you to fight fair and to realize we were on the same team?
Yes, I would say so. You started out with saying that we're not fighting against each other. We are fighting against the enemy.
Yeah.
And once I realized that, even when things come up between me and you, I realized, okay, we're not fighting against flesh and blood.
Right.
We're fighting against principalities and high places. So that has allowed me to kind of look at our arguments or disagreements or whatever, if we fighting, so to speak, look at it in a different way. So
Right.
I'll say now No, but in the beginning, I wasn't even thinking that way.
just-
I'm like, I'm trying to win. I'm competitive. I don't
Right.
even remember what we used to be arguing about. I'm just trying to win the argument.
Yeah, that was
Right.
me. In the
Can any of
beginning-
y'all relate to that?
Yeah.
Black,
Yeah, in the
Johnson?
beginning, I'm just like Jeff. I'm trying to win. I need to come out the victor in this argument. But but as you grow, as you mature,
Yeah.
then you see things from a different light. But in the beginning, it was like, nope, I'm right, and this is the way it's gonna be. I don't care what she say, and that's just what it was.
And I be
Right.
like, I'm just gonna let the Lord handle him. It's your child. You talk to him. You
All
speak
right.
to him.
Y'all already in the spirit.
Yeah, you already you started off ahead of the curve. You did. What about y'all, Johnsons? How was it in the beginning? Was there ever a time for you guys where you feel like you fought each other?
I think there were times where we're both talkers,
Mm-hmm.
so we both kind of wanted to have the final say. Even if you weren't right, you wanted to have the final say on the matter.
Yeah.
So with both of us, kind of, Robert is,
Oh,
just by
say
nature.
Say it. It's about to get good in here.
Oh, you done turned
Robert?
around.
I'm just saying, by nature, Robert is a talker, and by nature, I am a debater. So, we did
A little sparring.
kind of go back and forth.
I
But
was like,
of
why are you
course-
still talking, honey? Why are you still talking? I thought we were through with that.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
over time, one thing that became apparent was whenever there was someone who decisively wanted to be the winner in the conversation, ultimately we both lost because,
Right.
when there's a winner, sometimes you have flexed a little bit or
Yeah.
you've gotten a little out of character.
Right.
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 So that kind of makes the rest of the day not go so well, if you know what I mean.
Right.
Right.
So you may have won the argument, but
Yeah.
I don't know what else you won at the end of the day.
You know what? And that's what I had to realize.
Yeah.
When I
Yeah.
think I done won, and I'm like, dang. Boy, the girl ain't talking to me. I'm over here by
Right.
myself. Like,
Right.
With the men, even if you win the argument, you really don't win.
you right.
Yeah, and I think it creates some negative patterns with men because we are more inclined to stonewall. If we feel like we're not being heard, we're not being understood, she's not going to go along with it, she's going to have a comeback, whatever, then I'm just saying we're more likely to just say, I'm just going to give in, or I am just not going to bring up things that could create this whole dynamic. And I just think we see so many men way down the road in life and marriage where they just retreat to their caves, retreat to the couches, they retreat to hanging out with the guys. They just, and I'm just saying, you see those patterns.
Yeah.
And then they have all these little stories about the wives. And that's when they come alive, when they talking about the wives.
Right.
And then, but they ain't that lively talking to her.
Yeah.
So because they don't feel like they've won very much.
Right.
And that to win, and I think where I'm going with that is, I think they think to win, they just got to concede from here on out.
Yeah.
And which goes against what you're trying to say, and that is we can win together.
Right.
Yeah.
And they feeling like, no, I'm just going to have to give it to her, and I'm just going to figure out, how to live within the context of her having her way. And that's what I've gathered from so many older men.
Yeah.
And y'all know when you think about it, like I think about it in the Word, y'all know how the Lord made the enemies in a few instances fight each other. Like He made them turn and fight each other, and then they lost. Well, y'all know the enemy is a copycat, so that's what he tries to do with us. It's just like, you know what? Let me get them to fight each other, and before you know it, you're doing it. I know I've heard myself like saying stuff, and I'm like, what am I doing? Like, what am I saying? Knowing I'm being used right now, like I'm being played. I'm letting the enemy. Yes.
We on the same team in fact.
Exactly. And sit here like this is a mess. And I think that realization helps us, like, you know what? Like for real, like we being played. Like we ain't about to let him win, like this. Yeah.
But it takes something for somebody to step up and be the first one to
That's right.
humble themselves.
Right.
That humility just to say, you know what? We got the same jersey on.
Right.
Same coach.
Yeah.
We on the same sideline.
Same sideline.
And we fight.
Right.
Now we love to see that when we were playing against another team,
Right.
we be like, man, we playing so good that we got them fighting each other.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're right.
Right.
You know you won that game.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, it can be the
Yeah.
same in marriage for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask y'all. It may take y'all a couple of seconds to think, but what's one of the silliest arguments you think you have ever had? Or the silliest things you have gotten mad about?
The
I'm trying to think.
silliest.
That was those 2 seconds, Dorian.
Now he used to, and I'm guilty of this, but he used to, and I still do it every now and then. But he would get mad at me because I have this fetish with paper towel.
Oh,
Yeah, what you do with paper towel?
I just have to have it with me.
I was
I
going to
never-
say, you may not have to finish that statement.
Yeah, I no. No, that may have been the wrong word. But I have paper towels.
Fascination.
Fascination.
Hey, pastors try to help people. You know what I'm talking about? We try to think. You don't have to go out there if you don't want to.
Oh gosh.
This part would be edited.
What you do with the paper
So
towels?
I just have them, and I have them on the couch by me, in the car,
In the bed.
in the
I'm like, what in the
bed,
world?
on the counter. I have them by the bedside. I
Uh-huh.
have 'em everywhere. I just gotta have.
Do you
paper
fold them
towel.
like the old people used to do, like handkerchiefs and stuff?
Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but I do it, and he cannot stand it. He talked about it in counseling. Like, he don't like it. And so, in premarital counseling,
Yeah.
he don't like it. So, we would get, we would have our little spats
Yeah.
about
But
that.
you know, it don't bother me now.
Now,
Cause she
I don't
do it.
it.
I be like, let me.
He'll
Hey,
just-
she be on the couch sleep. I pick it out of the paper towel. Let me just
Trying to
put
think.
it in
Yeah, I
trash.
think I might do that some.
he would get on to me, and I'd be like, why did you get so upset about this? I
Right.
didn't understand why he was getting upset, and I was like, and then I kind of had to take his perspective on it, and I try to consciously not do it, but
Yeah.
it's really, really a bad habit.
Yeah, I can relate.
It may be a little more normal than you think.
Oh,
At
okay.
least
Now,
two of us.
now I can identify with it, but
There are 2 people in the
There
middle.
is
And we said it with 2 of them.
I thought my sister, we got another paper towel.
At least a third of us.
No, no.
I'm sure I got something in my purse.
She's
That
not.
hilarious.
She's gonna be something else.
Anything for y'all? What is it for y'all? What's one of the silliest things?
I would say when it comes to, if you had to say annoying behavior, I think certainly me smacking.
I thought that's the
That's
first thing that
exactly
came
what
to
I was
mind.
gonna say.
And it is
I mean,
really
it just
silly.
takes you to another level. And I'm like,
It
you
really
have the spirit,
does.
sweetheart. I mean, I didn't even know.
Right.
I was like, you have to chew chips. You know, I don't know how to
Sound.
Yeah, and cereal, whatever. But anyway,
And pretty much everything.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
but that's okay.
for me-
Chew.
And you do have to chew, but
No.
some people chew quietly.
Quietly.
I think
We don't crunch bread like.
probably since COVID, it's riding down the road and I sneeze or I cough and the windows just go down. And all the air starts coming in, the cold air leaves out, and she is just, and I was like, why is the window down? And she was like, you know why? I was like, no, I don't know why. Well, I don't want, and so I made her just commit to saying it because I knew why. So, and I thought, and then she would just consistently do it. I was like, okay. So that was an interesting conversation.
I'm glad that you said since COVID because honestly, that's a habit that I picked up from my 8th grade health teacher. I would
So
say
I
he may
triggered
be
it or
watching,
something?
but he's probably not watching.
I brought it back up.
No, it's just when people sneeze or if they are coughing a lot or if you walked up to the desk to ask him a question and it appeared that you might be, he would just start fanning. He would go grab something and spray it. No discretion about it or anything. And I think,
So you
right,
have- so you
and this
have
was
him
way
to
back in the,
blame.
yeah. So I
Yeah.
kind of picked that up from him, but
It's just carried over.
I'm gonna tell you
Right.
this: he's still
Yeah.
alive.
I think for me it's the smacking too. Jeff knows it, and we don't argue about it as much anymore. Now I just look.
Yeah.
Then I just look away, or I just get up and I just go if I can.
No, you say something.
Sometimes,
Why you
but
smacking?
sometimes I don't. I just go because I just be like, you eating like white bread, like soft. It's not toasted or anything. It's soft. Why do you have to crunch and smack that?
Well, the bread is not as fresh as it was before, and it's toasted. It's toasted.
Thank you, Kel.
No,
What
Kel,
are
that
you
is not
doing?
what I'm
Kel.
doing.
Yes.
That is not what I'm
So
doing.
why is your mouth having to open like that and smack that much?
First of all,
you doing
I do
it?
not chew with my mouth.
Yes,
open.
you do.
No, I do not. I'm chewing.
Yeah.
Then I can hear you take a breath, like a deep breath between each bite.
Oh,
So I just,
Dorian does that.
oh my, Dorian.
And he don't
I don't
hear
even
it.
realize. I don't know.
Jeff doesn't
We
either.
are natural eaters.
That's it.
Dorian is definitely a natural.
Yes, Dorian. I'm not thinking about it. I think I have seen you try it.
Look, I eat that.
Okay, what about for you? What about you? What do I do? What do you think? What's something that you think we've gotten into it about? Something that I've done.
Something you have done. I don't really recall. It gotta be something though.
I think you just don't say stuff.
Doesn't too much bother me.
Aw,
No, that's what you say. No, he just won't say nothing. I see it. I hear it when the door
Look at
slams.
all of that holiness on you. I love it, Jeff.
No, I just think I guess when we're getting ready to leave or something like that, and we're on our way out, and maybe you have to go back for something.
That's what you get upset with me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like, come on.
Uh-oh.
damn, 98%. It was you today on the way here while we were late. You had to go back in and get your phone.
Already.
They demonstrated it right now. It just works.
Demonstration 101.
We was like,
We appreciate
already.
this one.
We was already running late.
So
So I went back in the house 2 minutes. 2 minutes. So 2 minutes did not make a difference.
We're gonna have to let the Lord fight
The
this
2 minutes
battle.
it's not
We're
done.
not
Right.
fighting against flesh
We're
and
the
blood.
opponents looking. We're the opponents
Ding, 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 ding.
So look, let me show you how we would have settled this back in the
That's
day.
true.
It would have been, wait, now how many times, what you trying to say? How many times you been saying I'm late? When it's you most of the time?
No, you just like.
And you didn't put that stuff up.
No.
And I remember when we first got married, whenever you said so and so and so and so. And let me tell you this, and I'm tired of it at night when you don't be putting them kids down the way you supposed to. That would have been back in the day. How it would have gone.
And I would have just been like, okay, and walked off.
He seemed like the mellow one, though.
Yeah.
But you know what? Robert said something earlier.
Yeah.
I guess when we argue
Yeah.
or get into it, it's not more what you do.
Yeah.
It's more of your reaction to something I did.
Yes.
Because I'm more of I like things smooth and just cool.
Yeah.
So I am mellow when
Yeah.
things are, when something happened toward me, it's really not a big deal.
Right.
But when
Like if I
I
got-
see that it bothers her,
Yeah.
Yes.
and that's when I take,
Yeah.
that is the
that's when
truth.
I get upset, cause it's affecting her.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, we had this issue where I tell you shouldn't feel that way. Then I'm telling her how she should feel.
Oh, my.
And so
Yeah.
that would be the thing. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty much in everything else. I'm pretty just laid back. It doesn't really bother me.
You're right about
until
that.
you start to seem like it bothers you.
You are right. So let me ask you this. So you've changed in that. It used to be if I sighed or if I did anything, you
Yeah.
were like, what's wrong? That shouldn't bother you like that. Like that's like this and that. But you've changed. Even as of late, you have really I understand why that bothers you. It's almost like you going to therapy or something I don't know about. Like on the side.
My brother Robert has helped me.
That's
Sister Angela has helped me. Therapy 101.
So tell us what has changed, I guess in that. What did that change look like?
Well, I can just only say that, first realizing who you're fighting against. And then we are on the same team. You started out how to fight and win. So we want to win together.
Right.
And I'm not against you. And then I have learned to allow you to express yourself. And it's still a struggle in some cases, but for the most cases, I'm working on it.
You're doing great.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
that's all
And I'm
right.
going to start trying to stop saying stuff when you smack. That's my commitment. I don't know if it's going to work, but I'm going to try
I
it.
find that funny because when you talking about me smacking or whatever, it doesn't bother me that you mention that I'm smacking. I'll be like,
No, because you just keep on smacking. You just keep going.
no, I'm not really smacking. I think you hearing things.
Okay, so we're going to agree to disagree on that one. So look, let me ask y'all, what are some of the ways that you've seen your spouse change? and how they used to react when y'all would argue, and between that and how they do now? What's the growth, areas of growth you've seen?
But I would say, like when we argued in the beginning, like MeKael would always, MeKael would get quiet on me and disappear. I mean, literally.
Yeah.
But now she doesn't do that.
Yeah.
We'll talk things out.
Yeah, we talk it out. We're
things
more
out now.
vocal
Yeah.
and just communicate and get it squashed and go on. Yeah. We don't let it linger.
Right.
Because I was shut down, go in the room and
That's pretty good.
Hey, it's like I'm by myself.
I shut down on it now.
Yeah.
But now I'm vocal. I voice my opinion and
Yeah.
we talk it out.
Yeah, I think I've changed just not being the one that got to win. Got to have the upper hand.
Yeah.
Like you said, realizing we on the same team.
Right.
Trying to working towards a common goal.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he listens to when, like, if I'm talking, he really is attentive, and he just won't just keep talking like rah 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 rah.
Right.
He stops and listens to hear my side, my point of view, and my concerns.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What about y'all?
I think we went the opposite on dealing with things, because we would go hard when we first got married. Just anything that was on the table, like we were discussing it, we were hashing it out. Doesn't matter how long it took. We weren't going to bed. If we did go to bed and there was still something on our minds, we'd come back
That's true.
downstairs, talk through it,
Well,
all
that's
that
true.
good stuff. And now we're just like, we'll talk about it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
We put things off more
Yeah.
because, and I don't know if it's because we just, I know when I wake up, he's still going to be ready and willing to work things out with me.
Right.
That's just the pattern that he has shown me. So not just insisting, no, we got to talk about this right now.
Right. Right.
If not, I may not be here in the morning.
Right. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, good morning. You're still here.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Breathing hard. You slept well. you must have been tired last night. That's why we didn't finish that discussion. You were wore out.
Look, let me tell y'all this. Last night,
Uh-oh.
You got
MeKael fell asleep on the couch. And probably about a minute into her being asleep, I'm just hearing this. No, I'm looking over there like, you got to be kidding me. I said, let me just see if she gonna stop. Probably let her do that for about 10 minutes. I just got up. I said, in the name of Jesus, stop all that. She woke up like,
That baby tired.
I bet you had your paper towel just covered on. You probably just sleeping good.
Yep.
Yeah. What you over here oohing about?
I'm just fascinated by how, I don't know, you men are the same way, but when you have had an argument, a disagreement, and your wife can just sleep soundly over there, and you over there laying over there like, man,
Okay. You saying something. You saying something.
sleeping well.
I was like, I can't believe you went to sleep that fast. I'm like, I'm still thinking about that.
I think I'm like my sister because I know we're not going to sweep it under the rug. Like,
Right.
I'm not that person. We're going to talk it through, but we can talk about it. I'll feel better and more rested and more level-headed after I've gotten some
No,
rest.
I really think y'all
Yeah.
need to about
I
something.
totally agree, because when
Yeah.
we're sleepy, when we're hungry, y'all know we get out of
hungry and
character a
sleepy.
little
I
bit.
might
Yeah.
say some stuff. I
I'm
may
like,
forget you not to
I
get
may
Okay.
just say something to hush you up because I'm ready to go to sleep. So
Yeah.
you will
May
get
just
a
say.
better.
I don't think you say anything to her. I think you just go sleep.
Now, I may wake up at
Take a
like
nap.
5 o'clock
Right.
in the morning ready to talk. You know that. Like ready to, like, oh yeah. Like, all
Yeah,
right.
talk.
And then ready to hash it back out. But yeah, I feel all peace.
Okay.
I'll snuggle on over there with you.
No.
We're going to finish
Let's
it.
not talk about it right now.
I wanted to say something earlier. Because Robert said something about, like when you go off, the men go off and things of that nature. And I found myself always that way. Like if we did have a disagreement or something and I did not say something, but I just would go off and not say anything about it, I knew that built resentment and building this up some because I felt like I was doing a noble thing, but without saying anything and
Yeah.
trying to keep the peace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But without expressing how it made me feel, it made things come out worse later down the road.
Yeah.
So I wanted to say,
Yeah.
you know, I think that's a difference in me. I hope you have seen
Absolutely.
that, you know, because
Yeah.
I love peace and I don't like to bring up anything, but I bring things up now and try to handle them in a
good.
controlled way because I know if they come out later, they may not come out as well, or I may
Yeah.
not express myself as well because they come out in a different way.
I definitely noticed. We talk about all the time. You were more of the peacekeeper, and I was a peacemaker. Like, you didn't want to talk about anything. You wanted to leave it down there. I was like, let's put it all out on the table and get down to it. But yeah, I've definitely noticed now you talk through stuff more, and it makes it smoother.
Yeah.
A whole lot smoother. I
good.
appreciate you.
Yeah.
I do.
Learning and growing.
Learning and growing, that's it. And just staying focused. I know no matter what, like, this is who I want to learn and grow with.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, the argument's going to come. Disagreements are going to come. We are two entirely different people with different perspectives, you know, in this trying to figure this thing out, raising a family and stuff like that's inevitable.
Yeah.
But I know you are not my enemy at all, and we keep our sight on the one, and we're just not going to let him do us like that and win. We just refuse to let him win. Yeah, and I hope everybody out there will choose not to let the enemy win. Because, you know, one of y'all said it earlier, either you're going to win or you're going to lose. It's if he wins and I lose, we both lose, and vice versa. Like, there's no such thing as one of us winning and the other one losing. Like, it just doesn't work that way.
That's true.
Yeah, so we do want to encourage all the couples to realize, know your enemy. There is only one.
Yeah.
And he is after your
Absolutely.
marriage.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he wants to take it. He wants to
Yep.
steal, kill, and destroy
That's it.
any kind of way he can. And don't let him play you. Don't let him
Yeah.
use you.
Yeah. You know, with you saying that, you know, the Amorites was the people that was bothering God people. And I was reading here earlier that the Amorites are people who bring strife. They just strife. And that's what the enemy wants to bring between husband and wife,
Yeah.
their children,
Yeah.
jobs, whatever they want
Yeah.
to bring strife. But, you know, the Bible tells us that the word is a light to our path, you know,
Yeah.
and a lamp to our feet.
Yeah.
Or if I may have just missed that scripture up. But you
Got it.
think about it, where we talk about that we do not wrestle against flesh and blood. So we need the word of God. We need
Yeah.
Jesus in our life. We need that to fight the enemy. Because
Yeah.
what light does is shine light in the darkness.
Yeah.
And you know, that's what Jesus is for us, that
Right.
he bring that light, that word bring that light. So when we are in the places, the dark places or the enemies are there, we just need to be aware that, okay, we may need to be
That's true.
in a way where we need to shine some light on some things
Right.
through the word and
Yeah.
through the just knowing how to settle things through the Lord.
Right.
Yeah.
That's so good and
good.
so true. Well, I think we're all, like we said, we're learning and growing.
Yes.
We want to hear from you all, like the ways that you resolve conflict. We can all, iron sharpens iron. We can all learn
Yeah,
from
that's
each
true.
other.
That's
So
it.
what have you learned about just resolving conflict and just realizing that your partner is not your enemy? So thank you for joining us. Be sure to share in the comments the things that you've learned.
Thank you guys again for tuning in to Marriage Matters with PB&J. Like, share, and subscribe to our page on YouTube, Spotify, and Facebook. Until next time, your marriage matters.